contract. There is no contract. You do nothing but lie to these people. And Superstar Billy Graham is here to tell you to your face, you're nothing but a low-life weasel. And bring that Barbarian with you. Come on, you guys. Get in there right now. Come on,
Championship Wrestling, bringing you great wrestling action, sanctioned by the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance.
Welcome to World Championship Wrestling. David Crockett along with Tony Schiavone. Tony, exciting program. We have the World Six-Man Tag Team Champions and the World Tag Team Champions. We're talking about the Russians, Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, Crusher Khrushchev, Dusty Rhodes. What
David,
about him?
Dusty Rhodes is here. We are going to talk to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, today. It's been a long, hard fight for that man to come back from that very serious injury at the hands of Nature Boy Ric Flair and only Arn Anderson. But the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, is here. We have our Superstation Championship Challenge Series where Billy Jack Haynes will take on the Thunderfoot with James J. Dillon. That is all here today. And also an update on Starrcade 85, The Gathering, coming very, very soon. That's all here today on World Championship Wrestling. And let's talk also about the World Television title that has been held up. The NWA has held up this title. Arn Anderson has the title in his hands, I know, but it's Dusty Rhodes' title. It's been held up by the Board of Governors of the NWA. It's
and
no one's belt right now.
There is going to be a tournament to decide who will be the world's television champion.
I don't know why you got to have a tournament, David Crockett. You know, in England, they have what they call a little fox hunt. They got one little bitty fox. They got about 25 guys on great big horses, and they chase this little fox. That's what you call a stacked deck. Well, in this case, I'm the fox, and it's because of you, it's because of Jim Crockett Promotions, Dusty Rhodes, and maybe even you, Tony Schiavone, that they're going to have a tournament. Now, I took this from Dusty Rhodes. It's mine, so why you got to have a tournament for something that belongs to me? Maybe you can answer that, Rock. It sounds like collusion to me.
It sounds like somebody's trying to do something to the Anderson brothers that we're not going to let happen. Not you, David Crockett, not you, Tony, not Jim Crockett, not Dusty Rhodes' return. Not anybody's going to stop us. This belt belongs to the Andersons. It belongs to Arn Anderson. He's got it. You want to get it, Crockett? You want it, Dusty? Or 30 or 40 or how many people are going to be in that tournament? If you want it, you're going to have to come and take it from Arn Anderson. And I'll be right there making sure you don't get it.
Well, that's only Arn Anderson. The fact is, because of the injury, Dusty Rhodes was not able to defend that title within 30 days, like in the bylaws, and that's why it has been upheld. Let's go back to the ring.
In the ring, the Raging Bull against Vernon Deaton. Tony, Ole and Arn Anderson, especially Arn Anderson, because of the tournament that will be held to decide the world's television champion. He is rather upset. Watch the bull. This man. Good drop kick by Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull. Catches Vernon Deaton with a knee, jumps up, snapmare takes him over. All right, now he gets him. Hard fist in the chest. Watch him. Catch him. Chop in the chest.
How about it?
Here you see, he's got it locked in tight.
What do you think? Come on. Hand out of his hand.
Deaton goes for the ropes. Tony, this man, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, he is something else. He's like a stick of dynamite getting ready to explode. The action, the power of this man. He knows how to wrestle, and he knows how to fight. Still has that arm. Watch him now. Takes him down. Has it in tight.
You know, David, his favorite maneuver is the flying burrito. However, he has been content of working on the arm of Vernon right now. And that is really not a part of the body that he applies that burrito on.
That is correct. Watch him now. He backs it in. Chops him. Catches him. Chops him again. Switch now by Deaton. Manny comes in. He waits. Comes over. Good move. Comes on the rope. That flying burrito, like you said, caught Deaton.
That one got him right square in the chest that time, and Deaton really went down hard.
Good slam on the mat. Backs up. Now watch him. He's up on that second rope. Gets ready. Down. Oh, puts the knee right in the head. Goes down for the pin, hooks the leg, and he's got him.
Well, referee Teddy Long counted him out, and a new twist this time for the Raging Bull, David, as he not only applied that flying burrito, but also came off of that middle turnbuckle.
Now watch him now. He's up on that second rope. Dives off lead. Puts the knee right in the head. Your winner, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez.
We're back at ringside. We don't have to introduce this man, but we will. He's the national heavyweight champion. You hear the cheers from all the fans. Terry Taylor.
Well, thank you very much, Tony. The reason I'm out here is because I've been having a lot of negotiations with Jim Crockett Promotions and the NWA because of the gathering. And I'm just happy to say right now that I do have an opponent. I am going to defend this, the National Heavyweight Championship, at the gathering. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to say who my opponent is right now. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet. But I'm just somebody that I can't wait to wrestle, somebody who's been bothering me for a while. And it's just the greatest gathering of professional wrestlers of all time. And I'm just glad to be a part of it and to defend this.
Terry Taylor, that man is a fine champion. Let's go back to the ring.
All right, in the ring, Ollie and Arn Anderson against Keith Breeze and Jimmy Blackland. The National Tag Team Champions. You just heard Arn. He said, come on, Rhodes, come get it.
Well, let us tell you, that belt that he had around his waist was not a national tag team belt. It was that world television title belt. And if you joined us for the top of the program, you know that the belt has been taken away from Dusty Rhodes because he was unable to defend the belt within 30 days. Right now, no one has that title. No one does.
Legally has the title.
No one legally has the title. That's right.
The man in the ring now, rubbing the face of Mr. Blackland in the mat. Now he picks him up. Slams him hard. Arn Anderson, he has it. And he wants to keep it, no matter what. He pick him up. Talking about destruction, it is in the ring. The Minnesota Wrecking Crew, Ole and Arn Anderson. Look at him. Look at him.
You can tell because of the announcement, Arn Anderson's an angry young man right now.
Oh, yes, he is.
It's not that he always gets in the ring angry at somebody, but it seems even more so today.
I think he's enjoying pounding, antagonizing wrestlers more right now. Look at him. Look at Ole and what he can do. The team of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, Ole and Arn Anderson, the National Tag Team Champions. I wonder if this announcement will upset them enough to where the gathering, when they wrestle Wahoo McDaniels and Billy Jack, if they can lose that National Tag Team title. That can happen.
Well, you know, David, as well as anybody, it takes a lot of concentration to be successful in this sport. And I'm sure that is in the back of Arn Anderson's mind and even Ole Anderson's mind. That world television title belt, that even though they have in their possession, it is not theirs. And I should say theirs because every time Arn Anderson has done something, he's always had somebody with him to do it.
Oh, yes.
When he stole the belt from Dusty Rhodes, he had Tully Blanchard with him.
All right, here comes an Anderson move. Slamming the man, has that arm behind the back. Now he drops the knee on it. Look at him. Look what he can do. Bends that arm over. Use the elbow.
Camera crew! Here it is, baby!
him up. Look, he's got gourd buster. Ramming that face down into the mat.
Calling for Dusty Rhodes.
Has him for the pin. Your winners, the National Tag Team Champions, Ole and Arn Anderson.
Well, for the first time in a long time, when the Andersons team up, it was Arn Anderson with the gourd buster winning the match and not going for the arm, but still they're the winners, the National Tag Team Champions, Ole and Arn Anderson. This man has the U.S. heavyweight title. He has Baby Doll, his perfect 10, but a lot of things now, Tully, are upsetting you in the world of wrestling.
Well, Tony, you can't let things upset you too long or you really get absorbed up in the wrong kind of things. And, you know, you can tell some of the real class people over here trying to cuss on national television. That really shows a lot of class. But I'll tell you what, I want to show the people right here on the Superstation just exactly what the events led up, and then we'll talk a little bit more. Let's roll that tape now.
Let's take a look at what he is talking about right now.
The humiliation of what I'm
gave you last week. Maybe you put it to some good use on like some rent for the apartment instead of one of those motorcycles of yours. And by the way, here's my personal card. If you need me for anything, just give me a call, okay, darling?
You know, it's about time that you found out what it's like to be with a real man.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell from that was a disturbing thing, I know, for Baby Doll to watch, but that was two men.
For anything. You know, I mean, here Magnum TA forcing himself. I know he has to force himself on a lot of women around the country, but to do it to the perfect 10, my perfect 10, it's unheard of. Right. Magnum TA, I tell you what, you Bob Geigel and all them said it couldn't be done. Jim Crockett took it upon him, omnipotent self, and said, yes, I'm going to do it for the good of the fans, for the good of Starrcade, for the good of whatever. Well, it's done. It's signed. I couldn't get out of it. Starrcade, Magnum and I, cage around the ring, I quit rules. Well, Magnum TA, I'm going to tell you what, the people have seen the battle where we were both carried out of the ring. And if you think you're going to get in the ring and not get hurt, and it's just going to be some kind of cakewalk, you best not show up at Starrcade, because I tell you what, I paid the price to wear this around the country, to come out here on national television and say I am the United States heavyweight champion. And Starrcade night, it is going to be a battle to remember for anybody.
U.S. heavyweight champion Tully Blanchard with a very solemn Baby Doll here with him at ringside. Let's go back to the ring.
In the ring, the world six-man tag team champions, and they are also the world tag team champions. Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev.
And David, immediately the chant of USA comes up from all the fans here. They certainly have all the, well, not all the gold, but they have a lot of the gold in wrestling.
That is true. And they take their time. Talking about control, controlled rage, and that's what this team has. The power, the awesome power of this team. Crusher Khrushchev, look at this man.
I tell you what, Larry Clark is doing the right thing here. At least he was for a fleeting moment. He was.
Tony, I'm sorry for laughing, but when you look at trying to grab a tree, and look at those arms, that's what those arms are like. Look at him. Look how strong Crusher is. Look at him, press him, slam him hard down on that mat.
I tell you what, David, what we have been seeing right here is a man, Larry Clark, who has the right idea. He's tried everything he could. He's thinking right in the ring, but he doesn't have the strength nor the power.
I know. So is it that there is no defense against a team like Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev? You might have all the tools, some of the necessary tools. Talking about the speed, knowing what holes to put on them. But just the power alone, they steamroll over all their opponents. You know, the Rock and Roll Express, they've done it one time. They beat them. Then the Russians came back, and they won the championship back from them, the World Tag Team belt. All right, they're gonna, it's already set again, inside a cage. But the thing is, can Rock and Roll Express withstand the power of these Russians?
One thing about it, David, the Rock and Roll Express, they have so much motivation in their corner. You know, so many bad things have been done to them by the Russian team.
That's true.
Think back of the battles these two teams have had and how many times the Russians have just, you know, there was the incident with the chain.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like this team. But you have to respect the sheer destructive power of this team. And you have to wonder, how can you defeat them? Now, the Russian Nightmare, Nikita. He's in. Look at him. Now they start switching in and out. Now the captain, commander of the team, Ivan, he's in. Now Crusher, he has the tag. Switching in and out, in and out. Look at him. Watch him. All right, enter the ropes. Here they go. Double elbow right in the chest. The Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff, he's in. Snapmare takes him. Look at Nikita. He's just waiting. Defying anyone.
Come on, man, keep going.
Try what you may. The Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff, Ivan Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev. Crusher's in. Makes the tag, Ivan. Into the ropes. Takes him down. In that choke. Look at him switching. Watch out, watch out. Here it comes. Look at Nikita. Catch it. With that clothesline. And he goes down on his prey. The winners. The Russian, Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev. Hard down on the mat. Your winners, the World Six-Man Tag Team Champions, Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev. The Rock and Roll Express in there against the Jeffers. Jim and Mac Jeffers. Ricky Morton's in now. Ricky drops down. Good flip by Morton. Nice arm drag.
David, I know I said it last week, but I'll say it again. This team is ready.
We've just seen the Russians. We've seen the three of them. Hey, Robert Gibson's in there now. Watch him. They're quick. I'm talking about the Rock and Roll Express. Look how quickly he springs to his feet. We've seen the power, the might of the Russians. Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev. It's in a cage. They keep one of those Russians out. Watch Ricky. They've got all the moves. They've got the desire. Can they match the awesome power of the World Tag Team Champions.
Well, repeating something that we've talked about before, I think when those two teams get together, it gets down to stamina, and you know who can really take a beating and then come back and dish it out.
But also, it's it's the desire, and there's a little extra added, and that's you fans out there. I've watched the Rock and Roll Express. Those guys have been down, and people start cheering, and it's just like you pumped them up. You filled them up with gas again. By golly, they start going. Good drop kick. See, look at them. They react. They get pumped up. When you fans start yelling and screaming, they start going. You might say that the fans are really an extension of the Rock and Roll Express. Good move. Robert Gibson. Watch this young man. All right, he's over. Jim Jeffers has the tag. Quickly gets out now. Headlock comes over, tags Ricky Morton. Ricky grabs that arm. Gibson catches him right in the chest. Ricky, hard right hand to the head of Jim Jeffers. Good hip toss, takes him down. Drops the knee across the arm.
Super hip toss that time. So obviously Jeffers is much bigger than Ricky Morton.
Yes.
And Ricky Morton just pulled him right over. Good move.
The Rock and Roll Express. They have the desire. They have the tools. Can they defeat the World Tag Team Champions? Gibson comes over, drops the knee right on the arm. Comes up with the arm bar. Remember, coming up, we're going to have that Starrcade update.
Starrcade 85, The Gathering. Matches have already been announced. We'll tell you about those and then tell you about the other matches to be announced today. And I mean, we have some big news, I understand.
Yes, we do.
About Starrcade 85, so you'll want to stay with us.
Ricky comes off. Oh, right in the head. You heard Ricky. Now he's getting psyched up. He's got to. Here comes. One goes right back to that arm. You gotta get mean. You got to get real mean. Go up against the World Tag Team Champions. Hey Tony, remember, coming up, Superstation Championship Challenge Series, Billy Jack Haynes against Thunderfoot.
And the moment that I'm awaiting, I'm sure fans all over the country are awaiting, and that is a talk with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
That is right. Watch Ricky. Spins Jeffers around, snaps there, takes him over. Comes right back with that arm. You know the Russians, the World Tag Team Champions, are back there. They're watching the monitor, watching this match. Good Jeffers starts to pound away, puts the knee in the midsection. Fist to the chest. Morton starts to fight back. Has an arm. Takes him out. Makes the tag to Robert Gibson. He switches, has that arm. All right, Jeffers tried to hip toss. Gibson turned around and hip tossed him. Drops the knees into the arm again and again.
Robert Gibson always one step ahead of his opponent.
That's the way you have to think, you have to react.
There's Ricky Morton asking for the Russian team in the corner, and now a tag. David, he's up on the turnbuckle.
On that second round, dives with that knee right in the arm, right in that elbow. Here he goes. Jeffers makes that tag to Mac Jeffers. Morton grabs him, tags Gibson. Comes in, double elbow. He's up on that second rope. Fist to the head, catches Jim Jeffers. Both of them set it up. You know what they're gonna do. They're waiting for it. Drop kick. Catches him. Gibson goes down for that pin.
Countdown is on for Starrcade 85, The Gathering. Let's tell you what has already been signed during Starrcade 85, The Gathering. For the vacant Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title, 2 contestants, Crusher Khrushchev and Sam Houston. These 2 young men will go after that Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title. A Mexican death match as the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, takes on Abdullah the Butcher with Paul Jones. 2 men going after that beautiful sombrero of Manny Fernandez. Also signed the Battle of the Bull Rope, Cowboy Ron Bass against Black Bart, but that's not all. If Bass wins the bull rope, he gets a 5-minute bull rope match with James J. Dillon. National Tag Team title match. Holy and Arn Anderson, the champions, will defend against Chief Wahoo McDaniel and Billy Jack Haynes. They are the U.S. Tag Team champions. In a cage for the World's Tag Team title. No disqualification, no time limit. It's the Russian team led by Ivan Koloff. Ivan and Nikita Koloff will defend against the Rock and Roll Express. And you'll see an I Quit match in a cage for the U.S. Heavyweight title. The champion Tully Blanchard with Baby Doll will defend against Magnum TA. 2 cage matches during Starrcade 85. But that's not all. Let's bring in Jim Crockett, president of Jim Crockett Promotions. Announcements of the matches this week, Jim.
Thank you very much, Tony. Today we would like to announce four great matches. First, the national heavyweight champion Terry Taylor has agreed to defend his title, and he's going to take on Nature Boy Buddy Landell.
There's no doubt about it. You talk about 2 rising stars of the world of wrestling. One man already has a title. That is Terry Taylor. He is a national heavyweight champion going up against this man right here, Nature Boy Buddy Landell. And Terry Taylor's favorite move is a superplex. The off of the top rope suplex that he uses so effectively. He is a national heavyweight champion. He'll defend the title that night against Nature Boy Buddy Landell. But remember, James J. Dillon will be at ringside with his Nature Boy. What else we have, Jim?
Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express are going to be on Starrcade. They're taking on Jimmy Valiant, and he claims the perfect partner, Miss Atlanta Lively. And Big Mama will be in Jimmy's corner.
All right. And here she has been to some of his matches.
Well, you saw one just there. Boy, she's got a right hook. And David, you were in Cleveland recently. Hey.
Oh, my. David, we were just talking about the devil. There she is. He's talking about a kiss. And now, Jimmy Blackland choking on Valiant. He shouldn't have done that. Look at Valiant. That, fans, is Miss Atlanta Lively. Jimmy Valiant is founder, and it should be quite a match.
Quite a match, and special rules for this would be Atlanta street fight rules. Come as you are, no rules basically, and it should be a great contest. Special challenge match. We have the superstar Billy Graham will take on the Barbarian with Paul Jones. But prior to that match, there'll be a $10,000 arm wrestling contest. That's before the match starts.
That is before the match starts. Let's take a look at the feud that's developed between superstar Billy Graham with the Barbarian along with Paul Jones.
Billy, you got the people behind you. You got everybody behind you, but one thing you don't have.
Weasel! This is superstar Billy Graham talking to you. There is no contract. There is no contract. You do nothing but lie to these people. And superstar Billy Graham is here to tell you to your face, you're nothing but a low-life weasel. And bring that Barbarian with you.
about it, you're talking about two of the strongest men in the world when you're talking about superstar Billy Graham and the Barbarian. 9 matches have been announced for Starrcade 85, The Gathering, but we have one more. Each and every week we've told you the World Heavyweight Champion will defend his title during Starrcade 85. Now for the announcement of the contestants for the NWA World Heavyweight title match, let's go to this very special announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very special announcement. The doctor has just checked over Dusty Rhodes and given him a clean bill of health to continue wrestling. The first thing that Dusty Rhodes did after getting clearance, he signed a contract for Thanksgiving night, November the 28th, to meet Ric Flair here in Atlanta on Starrcade 85.
This is the Superstation Championship Challenge Series. Billy Jack Haynes against Thunderfoot, managed by J.J. Dillon.
You know, J.J. made a comment when he was walking into the ring. He said, we're going to find out what the muscle hit is really made of today. I think fans all over the world know what Billy Jack is made of.
Look at the boots right there. They're two different kinds. And that's what a lot of fans, wrestlers, object to. They say that he has something in one of those boots. A lot of wrestlers swear up and down Billy Jack's got something in those arms, like steel.
That's a big man Thunderfoot's trying to pick up, and I think he found out. Oh!
Look at that. Watch him, he's got him pressed. He's got him pressed. You saw JJ just a second ago standing there in awe over this, the man Billy Jack. JJ now is trying to help Thunderfoot. Maybe he saw a weakness where, I don't know.
I don't think you can see a weakness on that man. Not in the first couple of minutes of the match, at least. Unless Dillon knows something, unless he's been watching footage of matches passed by Billy Jack Haynes. He is such an athlete. And really, right now, Thunderfoot is very tentative about even hooking up with Billy. Uh-oh.
Oh, look at JJ. Look at Thunderfoot. And look at Billy Jack. Good drop kick. Billy Jack drop kicks and quickly comes to his feet. Now JJ's over there. Look at him. Again, maybe.
Give him a kiss. Come on.
You heard Billy Jack.
What we must watch out for, David, and I think Stephen Gregory, the referee, has got to be on his toes also. Watch out for that right foot. You mentioned it at the start of the match. And
I know, but the problem is JJ's out there. He's going to try to distract the referee. You know that. But you have to pay attention, because if you don't, then JJ, he'll get you.
Side headlock this time. Imagine those vices clamped around someone's head.
Good tackle. Thunderfoot drops down. Hip toss switch now. By Billy Jack. Good arm drag again by Billy Jack. Comes up with that arm bar.
Let's talk right here about his quickness now. We've talked so much about the strength and the power of Billy Jack Haynes, as you can see. But he has shown us he is very quick also. With those arm drags that time that brought Thunderfoot right down.
Still has that arm bar. You see JJ sort of threw his hands up. What can you do against a wrestler of the caliber of Billy Jack Haynes? Watch him now. All right, now JJ's trying to distract the referee, which he does. The referee has to pay attention, but this doesn't help him.
Well, the referee is just trying to get Dylan away from the ring apron, and that's what he's supposed to do.
I know, but that's what JJ wants the referee to do. He wants the referee to commit to come over. To give Thunderfoot a chance. Like one of the fans just said, Billy Jack has oak arms. Arms the size of oak trees. They are huge. Look at the build. You know, he knows how to use his strength. Billy Jack.
That's right, David.
Now.
That's why he's the caliber of wrestler he is. He knows how to use his assets, his power. Concentration and concern right there on Dylan.
Leaps over. Picks him up. Good arm. By Billy Jack. Comes up with that arm bar again. There you get a shot of Thunderfoot.
Give me a little slack. Come on.
You hear JJ now. He's starting to play to the referee.
He's very methodical. He has some plans, as we probably. And these little things that he's saying to the referee, these little jibes he's getting in, are all a part of an orchestrated plan that we expect anytime from James J. Dillon.
You fans, and we have seen him too many times interfere in a match.
Think about it, though, what we have seen of Thunderfoot, he's a fine wrestler. However, he has always had to use that loaded foot to win matches.
And you know JJ had something to do with that.
This is our Superstation Championship Challenge Series. Right now, Billy Jack Haynes has Thunderfoot tied up. We'll have more of this exciting match right after you watch this on World Championship Wrestling.
All right, back with the Superstation Championship Challenge Series. It has Billy Jack Haynes against Thunderfoot, managed by J.J. Dillon. And there you see Thunderfoot now switched by Billy Jack. With us, ladies and gentlemen, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. Hey, Manny.
You know, it's good to be out here with Takedown, Davey Crockett, and Tony Schiavone. You know, to watch a superstar like Billy Jack Haynes is something. You know, the guy's got a special thing. As you notice, JJ's always trying to get in the picture. You know, it's kind of hard to be standing out here when you're friends with Billy Jack and you watch things like this go on. But Billy Jack is the kind of person that can overcome anything. Animosity,
there's JJ.
As you can see.
Right there, JJ.
You know, this kind of stuff is uncalled for, you know. And I don't know, it's hard for a person to sit here and watch a friend of yours. You know, sometimes you want to lose it, but I know Billy Jack Haynes has got the ability and the capability of covering for himself. I guarantee you he's going to come back strong.
All right, Thunderfoot goes down for that pin. He's suplexed.
Come on, Billy. Come on, Billy. You know, Billy Jack Haynes, as everybody knows, is a superstar professional wrestler. He trains very hard, gets his body right. You know what he is. You know, I've been looking for a partner all over the world. My main man, Dusty Rhodes, is back, but I know he's got his road of his own to go. And I've always wanted to team up, you know, go after the world titles again. I think Billy Jack and myself could be a heck of a team.
Oh, I agree with that.
Come on, Billy Jack.
Hey, right now, he's almost having to fight two men in there with J.J. Dillon and Thunderfoot.
Anytime you're out there, you got 4 eyes against 2, and every time JJ's out there, you know something's going to happen. But I guarantee you one thing. Billy Jack's got it in his mind. He knows what he's got to do. And right here on this national station, he's going to prove Men like J.J. Dillon don't get away with this kind of stuff, I promise you that.
All right, he's holding. Thunderfoot's holding. They see it right there. There's JJ helping Thunderfoot.
Come on, Ref.
Again.
See what I'm talking about when you got 2 against 1. He's thinking, come on, Billy Jack. It's kind of hard to stand out here and watch it, you know.
Right, there you see. But see, the thing is, you could cause. Look at it, there he's choking.
Distracting the referee. I'm telling you, man.
The thing is, if there's an interference on your part, you could cause Billy Jack to get disqualified.
There is. That's why it's so hard to stand here. You know, I can go out there and toss him.
All right, look at him, he's got him. Suplex by Thunderfoot on Billy Jack.
Not taking nothing away from Thunderbolt. I know he's a tough opponent. There's a lot of questions about that foot. But I guarantee you he's got a tougher opponent in there than Billy Jack. Billy Jack Haynes, he's like the rest of the Dreams team. He's got that fighting spirit, the Bull spirit, the Magnum spirit, the Dream spirit. I know Billy Jack can come back from this. See what I mean? It's hard when you see a man. Look at that, JJ helping him again. I'm telling you.
It's hard. Can he come back? Fighting 2 people the way he is right now. Thunderfoot. Ah, good. Backdrop by Thunderfoot.
Come on, Billy.
He comes in. Drops the elbow across the chest of Billy Jack. Goes down for that pin.
See what I mean? He's not a quit. He don't got to quit. Billy Jack Haynes, as long as I know him, don't know the word quit. He probably don't even know how to spell it, but as long as he don't quit, that's 1 plus 1.
There he goes. Interrupt. Catches him. Back of the neck. Billy Jack. But he backs up. He's in that corner.
That backdrop took something out of him. Come on, Billy.
All right, caught him with a foot. Thunderfoot still tries to come in. Billy Jack comes off, kicks him in the midsection again. Ah, he's mad.
There you go. Now he's losing. See that? He's got a little bit of that martial arts in him, too. Come on, Billy.
Chop him in the chest. Comes in this section. Chops him. Pounds him.
Come on, Billy.
Here he goes. Cross the other ropes. Catches him. Chops him. He goes up on that second rope. Billy Jack diving off.
A beautiful punch. You know, I like to do a lot of things off the rope, and you can see Billy Jack's got it. Our styles are kind of compatible.
Oh, yes.
Very compatible.
Compliment.
Look at JJ. Look at JJ. See what I mean?
All right, now he's distracted.
He's distracted.
There you see him. He's pounding that boot.
He's loading that boot.
He's pounding that boot. Hey, Manny. Manny's gone over.
There's the bull.
He pounded it. Look, now he's putting that weight back. Oh, he rolls him over. Get him to roll. JJ trips over his own feet trying to get in. And the winner, Billy Jack Haynes.
The fact of the matter is, the Raging Bull pointed out to the referee what was going on, and that gave Billy Jack the chance to slip in and get the pin on Thunderfoot. Right now, we're watching Thunderfoot, after he had loaded the boot, get rid of the load. And Billy Jack rolls him up. The winner on our Superstation Championship Challenge Series, Billy Jack Haynes. Well, Manny Fernandez, you said it was awful hard just to stand out here and watch something go on like we saw, but you went in there, and Billy Jack Haynes won a great match.
You know, it's hard to stand back when you watch a friend of yours do this. I guarantee you, when the time is right, I knew I couldn't stand back no more. I guarantee you, Billy Jack Haynes and the Raging Bull could be an awesome twosome, Dak. And I'll guarantee you one thing. Thunderfoot and the likes of J.J. Dillon, all them kind, Ole and Arn Anderson, they've been out here talking about being world champions, TV champion. Well, Daddy, they're talking about a tournament coming up. Might be 40, might be 100 men. But I promise you one thing, the Bull's gonna be in it, baby. And for the Dreams team, we're gonna find out how much of a world TV champion you are. If it takes Ole on your side or you do it by yourself, one-on-one. And I guarantee you, one-on-one, there ain't nobody better than Billy Jack Haynes. And I promise you one thing, me and him come together, it's gonna be an awesome twosome. Andersons, watch out. Minnesota Wrecking Crew, watch out for these two.
Billy Jack Haynes is a good man to have on your side right there, the Raging Bull.
Manny, thank you, Manny. I appreciate it. It's good to be here. Sometimes these managers get in the way, and I get sick and tired of it. Real quickly, I want to say hello to everybody in Oregon. My dad's in a nursing home, just broke his leg. I love you with all my heart. That's why I changed my name to Billy Jack Haynes. Your son loves you wherever he's at, baby. I want to say this much. I'm here. Thank you. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Manny, Magnum TA, myself, you all know that he was crippled by Ric Flair, and Ole and Arn Anderson had their self to do with it. Now, in the gathering, I got Wahoo McDaniel, my partner, and we're gonna tear you apart, Anderson. You got it? Right on.
Billy Jack Haynes to the Raging Bull, and we'll be back right after this. Our Superstation Championship Challenge Series continues next week. And back with us, Jim Crockett, president of Jim Crockett Promotions, to make the announcement for our match of next week.
That's right. We have us a great match scheduled for next week. The NWA World Heavyweight Champion will team with his cousins, Ole and Arn. That's Ric Flair, Ole, and Arn Anderson will take on Ronnie Garvin, Pistol Pez Watley, and Terry Taylor.
It's a six-man tag team match as the World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, teams up with his cousins Ole and Arn Anderson, take on Pistol Pez Watley, Terry Taylor, and Ron Garvin. Jim, thank you very much. Never in the history of professional wrestling have I seen so many letters from so many fans all over the world come in for one man. And it wasn't too long ago we all thought this man would not come back to professional wrestling. Fans all over the world are waiting to hear from this man. Welcome him back with me. Here he is, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Tony, I'd like to say, first of all, that a couple people that I want to say thank you to. Dr. Joseph Aswanek helped put me back together when I was way down there. Jim Crockett Jr., President of Jim Crockett Promotions, took time and waited on Starrcade 85 until I got the okay to wrestle again to make me and Ric Flair Starrcade 85 for the World's Heavyweight title. That has been signed, sealed, and will be delivered. Let me tell you something, Ric Flair, out there somewhere where you are in television land. You have put hard times on me, hard times on this country. You don't know what hard times are. Hard times are when the textile workers are out of work and they can't pay the living to feed their family. That's hard times. Hard times is when the Ford Motor Company shuts down and sends 1,000 people home. That's hard times. And hard time is when a man has worked 30 years on the same job. They kick him in the butt, give him a watch, tell him go home. You being replaced by a computer. That's hard times. And it's hard times when Dusty Rhodes went down. Because when I went down, a whole country of wrestling fans went down with me. I got a lot of letters. I got a lot of cards. I got a lot of goodwill from a lot of people. But most of all, Flair, all I got from you was a little smirky smile. Now, dear, in your lifetime, remember what I'm saying right now. Starrcade 85, Nature Boy Ric Flair, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes gonna come for you. And if you thought for 1 minute, kid, that you dealt with risky business, now you're dealing with risky business, because Dusty Rhodes is risky business. One way, Tony, one way to cure Ric Flair is to take what he wants more than anything in the world, what he has. And that's that gold around his waist. I reach out for you right now. We're going to gather the most people ever in one building in a lifetime. Gather together for this gathering. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. There ain't nothing wrong with my leg now, and I'm going to put it where the sun don't shine on Thanksgiving night, Starrcade 85.
We'll be back right after this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the ring, Ron Garvin against Paul Gardner. And look at Garvin. He has already started his destructive path. And he can destroy when he wants to. Wasn't it good to hear from the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes?
David, I've done a lot of wrestling programs all over the world, but that was one of the most exciting moments of my career. To see him come back and talk and be able to talk to all the people, have all the people cheer for Dusty Rhodes like they did here at the arena, and I'm sure all over the world, because like I said, the cards and letters have poured in from everywhere.
It really is great to have Dusty back, to know that he is 100%, that he is signed. Starrcade 85, The Gathering, against the World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair. Oh, that is gonna be some match. Watch Garvin, good move.
What makes it so exciting is the fact that we thought not too long ago that he wouldn't come back.
Everyone, I think even he did.
We all thought that, hey, this man's career is gone. It is finished. He had a great career, but it's over now. But that is not the case.
Yeah, that's why Dusty is so determined, because for the first time ever in Dusty's career, he was out. I mean, completely out.
Come on, Garvin. Come on. 1, 2.
And he is going to come back and prove something to Mr. Flair and to everyone that he is the true American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Garvin comes back. Paul Gardner made a mistake. The fist of stone. Ron Garvin. All right, Nate puts him in a stretch. Has him now. Gardner makes it to the ropes. Garvin helps him away. Comes in, front face lock. Has it good, cinches him in, takes him down on the mat. Very good. Spins around.
What do you say, Garvin? You want to give it up? What do you say?
Now he starts to stretch. Stretch those neck muscles.
On the outside of the rope.
Puts the pressure on the back. Foot right to the head. Fist in the chest. And again. Has him in that front face lock. They're in that corner now. Garvin, good move. He gets out. Takes him now. Again, the front face lock. He can use his legs. Takes him down to that mat. Has him. Good move. Spins him over. Has him down. Gardner gets back to his side.
Tell you what, Ronnie Garvin has been impressing the world right now with his moves. He is certainly showing us that he knows.
He is good. He is real good.
He knows all about wrestling right here. The man who's a former boxer who can knock a man right out is also a great wrestler and also has a temper.
Yes, he does. There you get a good shot of that knee right into the chest and throat area. You watch Ron Garvin, and fans, I want to tell you something, and please pay attention to what I tell you. These men in that ring are professionals. They know how to wrestle. They've trained for years. Please do not try any of the moves you see here. Enjoy watching it on television, coming in the arenas. If you want to wrestle, go into the amateur ranks, just like these guys did. But please do not try any of these holds, moves that you see here on World Championship Wrestling. Oh, look what he's doing to Tony. Look what he's doing to that arm. Oh, slaps him in the chest a little bit. Gardner is sort of at his mercy. Now he frees his arms out. Look what he twists the neck a little bit.
Oh my, you're talking about pain on the face of a man. Looky here.
Pain, misery. Oh.
The neck muscles.
Dish it out.
The neck muscles were just not meant to do something like that.
You know, you wonder if he's going to try to turn his head around so he can see backwards.
Something Gardner did or said really angered Ron Garvin because, I mean, he is putting some punishment on him right now.
All right, he takes him over. Catches him with that hard right hand. Now Gardner tries to pound away at the chest. Takes him across into that turnbuckle. Fist of stone. Hard right hand to the head. Garvin rolls him over. Oh, sits right down on the chest. Oh, me. He did a number on Paul Gardner. Your winner, Ron Garvin. Watch this. In the turnbuckle, Garvin comes off, catching with that right hand right to the head. Gardner goes down. Your winner, Ron Garvin.
Three of the biggest, the meanest, the roughest men in the country are here with us right now. And there you see a picture of them with their World Six-Man Tag Team Cup. And here they are with me right now.
Yeah, you see three superior Russian athletes and the World Cup. We don't break these cup no more. Because you American, no keep your hand off it. Try to destroy. For a long time now, over 1 year, nobody defeat Crusher, Uncle Ivan, and Nikita for this cup. And now we thank each other too. And nobody going to defeat us, Crusher.
That's right. You know what's good about Jimmy Crockett Promotions, the NWA, is when all you people come out here to these arenas, you don't see nothing but the finest wrestlers, and that's us. What I'm looking forward to is Starrcade the Gathering, and you, Sam Houston, and that Mid-Atlantic title. I know you've came a long ways. You've had some good teachers, Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA, but I'm going there for one reason, and that's to beat you, Sam Houston. You're going down.
It's Dusty Rhodes, American Dream. He comes out here and talks about hard times of American people. Who cares about your hard time? Broken leg. I hope your other leg gets broken, Dusty Rhodes. Now, I know we're going to be voted Wrestler of the Year and Tag Team of the Year because we are the greatest team. Pro Wrestling Illustrated cannot deny that. And the wrestling people all over the world cannot deny this. Because we are number one. Promoters know this. Rock and Roll Express knows this. Because they go out now and they get this other stipulation that this Don Canute is going to be outside the ring.
We have to go to scoreboard. I'm sorry, Mr. Cole.
What are you talking about?
We'll be right back right after this.
This Rock and Roll
We'll be right back.
is going to...
You heard Jim Crockett talk out here earlier that Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant has found his lady. He has found the lady called Miss Atlanta Lively. Just a few short weeks ago, David Crockett had a chance to talk to Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant when he found this lady. Let's go to that right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he comes, the Boogie Woogie Man and Big Mama.
Woo, Missy the Boogie Man feels good today. I got my main old lady, Big Mama, by my side. Big Mama, what you gonna do to Jimmy Cornette at the gathering?
I'm gonna slap his face.
Missy, I want to thank the Big Mama for finding the street lady that's been following Boogie Man all over the country. And I want to thank you, baby. I know you had to go to the streets to find this lady. And you know she agreed. She agreed to be the Boogie Man's partner at the gathering in a Atlanta street fight. Anything goes. Especially your clothes. And I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Midnight Express. Jimmy Cornette, Big Mama will be at ringside. And here's the rules. There is no rules. Bring anything you want, baby. Fill your pockets up. Change or anything, Jack. It don't matter. But I promise to the people that I'll strip each and every stitch of your clothes off Express. You're gonna be naked just like the day you was born. And then I'm gonna pull a chain out and I'm gonna bust you wide open. Now I know everybody's waiting to see Miss Atlanta Lively. Come in here, sugar. Come in here, baby. Woo, look at here. Look at here. Oh my goodness. My two ladies right here. First time in history, the meanest, toughest broad I ever seen. One punch will knock your lights out, baby. It's gonna be Atlanta street fight. Rip your clothes off. Anything goes, and there will be a winner. Ladies, give your Boogie Man a kiss. Woo! Around.
Clean this lunch before you come on the air.
Hey, just get those spikes off that arm right there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Quite an interview right there, David.
Yes, it was. That was the Boogie Man, Big Mama, and Miss Atlanta Lively. In the ring now, Paul Jones, the Barbarian, and Gerald Finley.
But by watching that, that just says that the street people have all come together now.
Oh, yes. That they have. He had a few kind words to say to Mr. Cornette and the Midnight Express. Look at this monster.
Monster is right. Not only that, he's a man that, well, last week on this program, along with the Butcher, Abdullah the Butcher, and Paul Jones, they tried to really put superstar Billy Graham right out of wrestling.
All right, look at that cast. Gerald Finley tries a drop kick.
Have you ever seen a man swat away a drop kick like that?
Look at him. Almost really, he's using 1.5 arms because he can't grab anything with that broken arm. But he's still wrestling with that cast on. Watch it. Look at the Barbarian. Boy, he's a mountain.
Well, stomping Gerald Finley right out on the ring apron. That cast certainly can be used as a weapon. Not that he really needs any more weapons. But a lot of people, including superstar Billy Graham, really doubt that that right arm is broken.
That's true. Say that he just did that to get out of arm wrestling contest.
Get out of the arm wrestling contest.
He sure knows how to use that cast,
Yeah,
though.
he certainly does. But remember what we heard today on the Starrcade update.
There will be an arm wrestling contest.
It will be between superstar Billy Graham and the Barbarian, and it will be, David, for $10,000.
Headbutt by the Barbarian. Get him. Now biting the face of Gerald Finley, the Barbarian.
Now getting a warning from the referee, Stephen Gregory, that time. And that just made him mad enough to throw the man out onto the floor. Gerald Finley hit very hard.
Here you see Finley slowly getting up. Paul Jones pacing back and forth. Finley now comes up. The apron out. So gets a little help from the Barbarian. What's he gonna do? Uses the hand with the cast. And so you have to wonder. But boy, can he use that other arm.
That was a clothesline that knocked Gerald Finley right to the deck. Power slam. Now look.
He looked over at Paul Jones and said, "Do you want me?"
On the instructions of Paul Jones, the man is more than halfway across the ring. Out go the lights.
You better believe it. He even went high enough to hit the lights, too. Your winner, the Barbarian, managed by Paul Jones.
Well, credit Paul Jones for being able to control this man, David.
Look at him diving off, headbutt on Gerald Finley. Your winner, the Barbarian, with his manager, Paul Jones.
We saw a man, Billy Jack Haynes, out here not too long ago, said some threatening words to you and Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson, about taking those national tag team titles away from you guys during Starrcade.
Well, Tony Schiavone, every time I walk in Gold's Gym, I have 6 or 8 muscle heads threaten me, so it's nothing new. The main thing is, what you've got right here in the ring, you've got a champion. You've got Tully Blanchard. You've got Ole Anderson. You've got myself. And last, but by no means least, you've got Ric Flair, the world's heavyweight champion. You're talking about the 4 horsemen of professional wrestling, the people that make things happen. And coming up, you've got the Garvin, which is the biggest event ever, wrestling-wise, on the face of this earth. Now, Dusty Rhodes, just because they gave you a stacked deck and let you wear that loaded boot, don't think by any means that the match, and I mean the match, with our cousin Ric Flair is going to be anything except the same result. They're going to tote you out on a slab, maybe with 2 broke legs, because if you think we're going to stray very far, you're sadly mistaken. Tell them about it, Rock.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's several belts up for grabs. National titles are up. We've got Wahoo McDaniel and Billy Jack. We'll take care of that when the time comes, the gathering, the time when everybody gets together. But there's one match in particular that we're going to be watching very, very closely, and it's the one involving our cousin. If we're going to break your leg for free, Dusty Rhodes, if we're going to jump Magnum TA just for the fun of it, if we're going to break Sam Houston's arm just because we like to hear bones crack, you think for 2 seconds at that gathering we're going to stand by and watch you and Ric Flair, nothing happening, you better think again. That belt up, the biggest belt in the world up for grabs. There's going to be some Andersons and maybe some friends that are be standing around. You talked about bringing everybody together. Well, we're going to bring the whole Anderson clan together if we got a truck Minnesota down here. We're going to have enough people at that gathering that every time you move, you're going to be looking this way and that way, wondering what's going to happen, what's going to happen. And while you're worried about us, Flair is going to take you apart. Keep that world belt, but more importantly, we're going to cripple you once and for all and get you out of professional wrestling, and that's a promise, Rhodes.
Let's don't forget what our good friend Tully Blanchard is going to do to Magnum. Tully, show him what class is all about right there, baby. Cut up a little bit.
Let's go to the ring.
And the ring, Tully Blanchard against Joe Malcolm. The United States Heavyweight Champion, Tully Blanchard, his perfect 10 baby doll. Tully very calm and cool right now. Good arm drag. Johnny, what about what the Anderson said? Tully and Arn.
Well, they claim, here, my thoughts on this are this. They claim that they're going to be there somewhere.
Did you see baby doll then?
Slap Joe Malcolm right in the face. They said Dusty is going to have to look over his shoulder. I think they're going to have their hands full with Wahoo McDaniel and Billy Jack Haynes. Very full.
I agree. But look at the United States Heavyweight Champion, Tully Blanchard. Baby doll, she said she loves it.
In reference to Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair one more time, think about it like this, though, David. He bounced back when they thought they had him out. He bounced back. This man, Dusty Rhodes, obvious he fears no one.
That is true. And we just saw, with a slingshot suplex, United States Heavyweight Champion, Tully Blanchard. There he points to it. Watch him now.
And David, remember when he and Magnum TA climb into the ring in Starrcade, someone's going to have to say, I quit.
That is right. Your winner, United States Heavyweight Champion, Tully Blanchard, and his perfect 10 baby doll.
In #1 Paul Jones to speak with us, and Paul has some chance to go on here. I wanted to talk to you about that $10,000 arm wrestling contest plus the grudge match where your Barbarian's going to take on superstar Billy Graham at Starrcade.
Let's take it from the beginning. Why? Let me tell you something. Everybody knows Superstar, what he did. He breached a contract. The man is still under contract to me. And let me tell you what Superstar did. I had a meeting of all my men under contract. Superstar had to show up. And when the first time I turned my back, he attacked me from behind, physically. And the Barbarian was sitting there minding his own business. He grabbed a chair, and he broke the Barbarian's hand. I know he's going around saying the Barbarian's hand is not broke. But let me tell you something, Superstar. You made a mistake when you laid your hands on me. And then I tried. Well, I got a piece of film here I want to show you exactly what happens when somebody puts their hand on me. There I am right there. I'm having an interview. You can't. Right now, Superstar is in the ring, calling me all kinds of names, a liar, a cheat, a this, a that. There he is right there. There's a cheap imitation of a Christmas tree. And the man, he was something when he was listening to me. All right, there now, right there, he's calling me every book in the name. So now I'm going to the ring. All I want to do here, Tony, is try to calm him down and explain to him that he's under contract to me and he better listen to what I have to say. And the man there called me a name right there that shamed my family. And I tried to get closer till I could put my hands on him to explain to him. Now right there, he attacks the Barbarian. There he attacks me. Now look. Now the backbreaker right there. So the Barbarian, the only thing the Barbarian could do was good. And the Barbarian hurt his hand worse right there. Right, he hurt his hand worse right there when he struck me. But it just the emotion was so strong that the Barbarian paid the price of re-hurting that hand again. Now that's what happens to anybody that puts their hand on me. Now Superstar right here. The Barbarian comes off. Now do you think it was worth Superstar jumping me from behind? I don't think so. Then I thought I was finished with a Superstar. And then Jim Crockett Promotions. I tell you, he tries to outdo himself every year with the gathering, the Starrcade. He brings in a match of the Barbarian and Superstar Billy Graham, and then he adds insult to injury. He puts $10,000 for an arm wrestling contest before. But brother, let me tell you something. You don't know Superstar like I know him. The man would break his own mother's arm for $5. And he would do anything for an earring. Brother, Superstar, you're gonna meet your Waterloo.
Settle down. Let's go back to the ring.
In the ring, the national heavyweight champion, Terry Taylor, against Amos Moses.
Paul kind of lost it there. He was really irate. I mean, I've seen Paul Jones, argue and get mad at people before, but never like that. What is it, David? Is it fear? Is it?
I guess it
is. Is it concern?
Would you be afraid if you saw a man like Superstar Billy Graham coming at you?
If Superstar Billy Graham was mad at me, I would be afraid. But that's me. Paul Jones has a couple big men in front of him.
Yeah, but Superstar Billy Graham, the man with the python arms, he is going to go after Paul Jones. And if he has to go through Abdullah the Butcher, the Barbarian, he's going to try. And that's what Paul Jones is afraid of, that he might succeed.
Early in the program, Terry Taylor came out here and said, I've signed a match for Starrcade to defend my title, and then we find out from Jim Crockett it is against Nature Boy Buddy Landel.
That is correct. And what a match that's going to be.
But think about this. We talked about it during our Superstation Championship Challenge Series. When James J. Dillon's at ringside, it's always 2-on-1.
That is right. Can Terry Taylor compete against the two men? Because that's really what you do. The national heavyweight champion, Terry Taylor. He's in that ring right now. He'll be wrestling Buddy Landel at Starrcade. And we'll have to keep a watch on J.J. Dillon, too. Taylor now in the ring against Amos Moses.
I can't count him. He's under the ropes.
That time had him tied up, but Stephen Gregory said no, he's in the ropes.
In the match, ref, from you.
Taylor has that arm twisted.
Ask him, ref. I think he said yes.
Has it in time. Pulling at it.
What do you say? Hey, what do you say? Want to give it up? Yeah. Ask for it, give it up.
Only got a 2 count that time. David, we'd like to say happy anniversary to Mr. and Ms. William Dawson of Batavia, New York. This month, 69th wedding anniversary this month. Congratulations from all of us at World Championship Wrestling. Mr. and Ms. William Dawson of Batavia, New York.
And here's an anniversary present to you. Because you know what Taylor's going to do? Watch it. Superplex. Here he goes. Far down on the mat. Oh, beautiful. Your winner, the National Heavyweight Champion, Terry Taylor. Watch this. And what an anniversary present. Taylor picks him up right here. Superplex. Hard down on the mat. Your winner, the National Heavyweight Champion, Terry Taylor.
Here with the Rock and Roll Express.
That's right, Tony. You know, the Gathering, Starrcade 85, one of the greatest nights ever. You know, we got a chance to win back the World Tag Team titles in a cage match. It's going to be 2-on-2. The third Russian won't be able to get in the ring. Russians and belts coming back home to the USA.
That's right. You know, Tony, it never fails to amaze me how the Russians come out here and tell everybody that they're superior, that they're the greatest wrestlers there are. But it takes 3 of them to take those belts away from the Rock and Roll Express. But let me tell you one thing, brother. Starrcade 85, the Gathering, we're going to settle it once and for all. 2-on-2 in a cage. We don't care what it takes because you made us this way, brother. You made us where we don't care anymore. Because when we step in that ring, we're going to do one thing. And I make a promise, one promise to everybody out here and all across the world, that when we leave that ring, we're going to be the new NWA World Tag Team Champions, and we don't care what it takes because rock and roll is here to stay, and rock and roll is forever, baby. Woo!
Well, you know the whole country's behind these two, man. We'll see you next week on World Championship Wrestling.